September sunshine greeted the participants of the 11th World University Chess Championship upon their arrival in Zurich, Switzerland. 96 student chess players from 21 nations entered, among them numerous grandmasters and international masters. The opening of the tournament in the University of Zurich saw the ceremonious marching in of all the nations. The participants were welcomed in speeches by Bernhard Burkhardt, President of the Organizing Committee, Hassan Schick, Vice President of FISU, the International University Sports Federation, and Andreas Fischer, Principal of the University of Zurich. The first of 9 rounds already brought a number of surprises. Many of the favorites won only narrowly or had to concede a draw, a few even lost. For example, on board 2 of the men's tournament, Russian Grandmaster Igor Lisi was lucky to escape with a draw against the Swiss international master Julien Caron, who was a clear pawn up in the final position. In the women's category, another Swiss, Monika Seps, put up a tremendous fight against tournament favorite Batkuyak Munguntul. She played a dangerous exchange sacrifice. A very sharp battle followed in which either player could have won. In the end, the experience of the Mongolian player prevailed. After 6 tough rounds in 4 days, the players enjoyed a well-deserved rest day. A large number of players, officials and coaches joined in a tour by bus, boat and cogwheel that took them to Lucerne and up on Mount Rigi. After the rest day, the contest entered the decisive final stage. In the men's category, the Chinese world-class player Wang Yue from Nankai University was in a class of his own. Only once he stumbled. In his round 4 game against Ilya Khmelnikov from Israel, Wang Yue was a pawn up in an endgame, but after a terrible blunder lost 2 pawns in a row owing to a simple knight fork. The Chinese kept his cool and steered the game to a safe draw nevertheless. In a staggering performance, he won all other 8 games, finishing with an almost unbelievable 2-point lead ahead of his closest rivals. In the final round, with his title already secured, he earned another impressive victory after a violent attack against Russian Grandmaster Pavel Bonkratov. In the women's tournament, the race for first place was much more open. Before the decisive final round, Batkuyak Munguntul from Mongolia was in the lead, but trailing her by only half a point were no less than 7 players. The final round was therefore full of tension. In her last game, Munguntul had the choice between patient maneuvering and a violent kingside attack against Irin Karisma Sukandar. The Mongolian chose the latter course and sacrificed 2 pawns. Soon it transpired that Munguntul had calculated the attack perfectly, and on move 32 she received the congratulations of her opponents. The tournament ended with the closing ceremony in the central hall of the university. The women's medals went to Batkuyak Munguntul from Mongolia, Lilia Driljevic from Serbia and Sopiko Guramshvili from Georgia. Second place Lilia Driljevic earned a norm for the women's grandmaster title. In the men's tournament, gold went to Wang Yue from China, and the 2 runners-up were Anwar Ismagambetov from Kazakhstan and David Benitze from Georgia, who earned a grandmaster norm for men. With much tension, the audience then waited for the final results in the combined team standings, which were as close as never before. On the previous 6 occasions, gold had always gone to Russia or China. But this time there was a new winner, Mongolia with 19 points. The second place Georgians followed only half a point behind. Switzerland only came 10th, but the host nation was still happy, with Marco Gähler and Jonas Wies, 2 Swiss students, scored international master norms. Thanks to everyone who provided for a week of fantastic chess. The show will go on in 2012 in Guimarães, Portugal.